Recording. Hi there, everyone. My name is Jessica Rios. Today I will be conducting the interview on my colleague Courtney Atkins. My cultural background is Hispanic, Mexican American. Her cultural background, she's Caucasian. Her age range is mid-30s. Her gender is female. Her education is she has a bachelor's in middle school, in particular the subjects in math and science. And right now she's working on her master's towards educational administration. And her occupation, she's a pre-K teacher like myself. Now, Ms. Atkins, let's go ahead and move on to our first question. Please describe the most important values and beliefs of your culture.
Okay. I started off with the Christian faith, that, we believe that God is eternal. Family was another focus for the culture, and to honor our elders. We also believe religiously in life after death, that Jesus died on the cross for our sins and rose from the dead, and that he is the Son of God. We also believe that Christ will come back and those who believe will rise to meet God. In terms of the American values, the American culture values, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, equality, self-government, and individuality.
Now, please describe important cultural events, celebrations, and practices in your home, or in your culture, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I had a little bit of a hard time with this one, but I think in terms of traditions, stem from the creation of our nation. So celebrations like the 4th of July to celebrate independence from Great Britain. Christmas, I guess, could be also considered another celebration, the birth of Jesus, although even though historically we know that's not actually his birthday, but that's the celebration because in research, he's the light of the world. So that was the reason for that particular celebration at that time.
Okay. What are some reading materials, films, or videos that can help us learn more about your culture?
The two that came to mind was The Patriot, a movie with Mel Gibson about the American Revolution against the British, and then a book that I read. Probably middle school, maybe high school, was The Grapes of Wrath.
Oh, yes.
Where about the Great Depression and so the people surviving the Great Depression.
How do you think others outside of your culture view your culture?
This was also a hard one for me. I think that probably that we don't have much culture, maybe because we came to America and started new. But I also thought about the idea of the melting pot, and that really we're a variety of microcultures. And so we're very diverse in backgrounds and a variety of beliefs and values and traditions.
Okay. What are the fondest memories you have from your childhood?
Some of the fondest memories were my summers spent with family. We used to go on family reunion trips to the middle of nowhere, Colorado, and we would go hiking and fishing. We'd ride four-wheelers, we'd play in the dirt, and we got to do all of this with our extended family from around the country. Everybody had kind of moved on to different locations, so we were able to come together and spend a couple weeks together doing things like fish fries, whatever fish we'd caught that day, we got to eat that night. And that's about it.
Have you ever experienced prejudice or discrimination?
I don't think so. I do know that I've witnessed it in my family with my cousin. My cousin was born female but identifies as a male. Mm-hmm. And so he's gone through a lot mentally and physically. So he's finally stable now, but there was a lot of resistance to accept him as he wanted to be. So, and then I guess also in my own personal experience, I had my grandfather who is I would say close. I hate to use the word racist, but pretty close to it. I came back from college, my first year after college, and explained to him that I was going to be teaching my last year of college, I was going to be teaching in inner cities Houston. And he got upset with me about it and said, "Oh no, you deserve to be teaching in Highland Park. You don't need to be teaching those kids." So I guess kind of in a sense that was discrimination against my beliefs and my values, and it was upsetting. So I know there's lots of different degrees of that, but that was kind of my experience with that.
That's okay. And given what has happened in recent events, what do you think can be done about prejudice and discrimination in your opinion?
Standing up for what is right and speaking out is imperative. I know a lot of people now with recent developments they say things a lot behind the computer, but they don't actually stand up and do something about it. So making sure that you're actually helping by actively making a change, making a difference. And then also knowing that our leaders are the ones that need to set examples of compassion, and to remember that we're all human, and to take care of each other.
What do you think is the biggest misconception about your culture?
I think that a lot of people consider Americans in general to be ignorant, that they're not globally aware of everything that's going on. I think there's definitely people who represent that issue, but we can't always classify everyone as being the same. And, America is huge and isolated from the Eastern world, so it is easy to fall into that thought process, that idea.
And as religious, ethnic, and cultural diversity increases in our society, what do you think schools can do to better prepare students to interact with others who are different from themselves? Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I think that schools, they have to acknowledge the differences and teach tolerance and compassion. Teachers are required and should support all students and their different learning needs. Also creating a classroom where every student, every child has a voice and they feel validated. And then as teachers, we need to make a point to get to know students on a personal level, so that we can understand truly what their differences are, so that we can help them to reach their greatest potential.
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank you, Ms. Atkins, for your interview. Definitely you've shed a lot of light into your culture, and I look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you.